listeners to the Calm and Cozy channel. Tonight, I invite you to escape into a world of magic and discover a unique twist on Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Sit back, unwind, and let the story begin. Scarlet White, with her raven black hair cascading down her back and lips as red as the ripest apple, wandered through the enchanted forest, her steps confident and purposeful. The air was heavy with the scent of moss and wildflowers, as if the very essence of desire permeated the atmosphere. She had grown tired of the mundane life she led and sought something more, a taste of the forbidden, a glimpse into the depths of her own desires. As she ventured deeper into the woods, Scarlet came upon a hidden clearing where a group of men stood, their eyes filled with curiosity as they watched her approach. Each of them possessed a magnetism that drew her in, and she couldn't help but be captivated by their presence. Blaze, with his tousled dark hair and mischievous grin, leaned against a moss-covered tree, exuding an air of daring rebellion. His eyes locked with Scarlet's, and she felt a spark of excitement ignite within her. As she continued her gaze, she noticed Asher, a man of wisdom and intellect, his piercing blue eyes reflecting the depths of his knowledge. Nearby, Rook stood with an air of mystery, his brooding presence casting a shadow over the clearing. Scarlet was intrigued by the depths hidden within him, the secrets he held close to his heart. Magnus, a formidable figure with a rugged exterior, stood tall and proud, emanating strength and an undeniable aura of protection. Her attention then shifted to Apollo, whose fingers danced effortlessly across the strings of a lute, creating melodies that caressed her senses. His magnetic charm resonated with Scarlet, awakening a dormant passion deep within her. Sterling, with his gentle smile and soothing presence, exuded a calm energy that called to her wounded soul. Lastly, Scarlet's eyes fell upon Jagger, his vibrant energy lighting up the clearing. With his sun-kissed skin and tousled golden locks, he seems like a force of nature itself. Adventure danced in his eyes, beckoning her to join him on a journey of exhilarating escapades. As Scarlet stood in their midst, she felt the electric tension in the air. Her heart raced, torn between the allure of each man, each representing a different aspect of her desires. She longed to explore her own passions and embrace the freedom that lay just beyond her grasp. "Who are you?" she asked. Blaze, the first to respond, stepped forward. "We are the Seven Temptations, Scarlet White, and we have been waiting for you." Scarlet's pulse quickened, her curiosity and desire intertwining into an intoxicating blend. With a lingering smile, she took her first step into the world where forbidden temptations awaited. Chapter 2. As Scarlet White surged deeper into the embrace of the Seven Temptations, she found herself drawn to the charismatic Blaze, his roguism charm setting her ablaze with curiosity. With a glint in his eyes and a devilish smile, he led her through a dense forest, their steps intertwining in a passionate dance. In a hidden grove, bathed in dapple sunlight. Blaze leaned against a moss-covered boulder, beckoning Scarlet to join him. The air crackled with anticipation as she approached, her heart pounding with both excitement and trepidation. Scarlet, Blaze murmured, his voice tinged with desire. I have seen the fire that burns within you, the untamed spirit longing to break free. Allow me to ignite that flame, to show you a world of adventure and unrestrained pleasure. His words, like whispered promises, sent shivers down Scarlet's spine. The allure of the forbidden dance before her, tempting her to surrender to the passion that simmered beneath her skin. Without uttering a word, she closed the distance between them, her body magnetically drawn to his. Their lips met in a searing kiss, a collision of longing and hunger. Scarlet felt her inhibitions melt away as Blaze's skilled hand caressed her, tracing a path of fierce desire along her curves. In that moment, she surrendered to the enchantments of the present, leaving behind the constraints of her past. Their bodies moved in harmony, fueled by the undeniable connection that defied logic and reason. The forest around them seemed to come alive, echoing their passion with rustling leaves and whispered secrets. Time ceased to exist as they lost themselves in a world where pleasure reigned supreme. As the sun dipped below the horizon, Scarlet and Blaze lay intertwined. They shared a stolen moment, basking in the afterglow of their fiery encounter. Blaze's voice broke the silence, laced with the hint of vulnerability. Scarlet, you possess a strength and passion that cannot be contained. Embrace your desires, for they are the reflection of your true self. You are meant to live boldly. Chapter 3. Leaving behind the fiery embrace of Blaze, Scarlet White ventured deeper into the enchanted forest. Her heart still ablaze with the memories of their passionate encounter. As she navigated the winding paths, she found herself drawn towards a secluded grove where Asher, the intellectual sage, awaited her. Sunlight filtered through the canopy above, casting a warm glow upon the ancient tombs and scrolls that surround Asher. With a gentle smile, he extended a hand, inviting Scarlet to join him in his realm of knowledge and introspection. Scarlet, Asher spoke softly. You possess a hunger of understanding, a thirst for wisdom that goes beyond the physical realm. Let me share with you the power of knowledge and the strength that comes from within. Scarlet nodded, her heart open and receptive to the teaching Asher offered. She settled beside him, their bodies almost touching, yet their connection transcending the boundaries of mere physicality. For hours that felt like mere moments, Asher spoke of ancient civilization, physiological concepts, and intricacies of the human spirit. His words wove a tapestry of enlightenment, unveiling new perspectives and challenging Scarlet's preconceived notions. As the sun began to descend, casting long shadows upon the forest floor, Scarlet realized that her encounter with Asher was not solely about acquiring knowledge, but the power that comes from embracing her own intellect and intuition. Chapter 4. In the wake of her enlightening encounter with Asher, Scarlet White ventured deeper into the enchanted forest. her steps guided by the allure of the unknown. The path grew darker, the air thick with energy as she approached a secluding area where Rook, the embodiment of mystery, awaited her. Rook stood with an air of intrigue, his piercing eyes veiled in shadows that hinted at secrets untold. Scarlet felt a magnetic pull towards him, drawn to the depths of his nature, eager to unravel the mysteries concealed within his guarded heart. As she stepped into the clearing, the atmosphere became charged with anticipation. Rook extended a hand, his touch light, yet electrifying. He led her deeper into the shadows, where the moon's silver glow cast a hue upon their surroundings. Words were unnecessary between them, for Rook's presence spoke volumes. With a single look, he seems to understand Scarlet's unspoken desires, igniting a longing within her that remained dormant until now. The dance of seduction unfolded, their bodies moving in synchrony as they explored the uncharted territory of their desires. In the moonlit embrace of Rook, Scarlet discovered a side of herself she had only glimpsed in her fantasies, a desire for intrigue, the thrill of unraveling the enigma of passion. Each touch, each whispered word was a puzzle piece that revealed a new facet of her sensuality. Yet there was more to Rook than met the eye. Beneath his allure, Scarlet's sense of vulnerability that called to her home. As they shared stolen moments of their intimacy, their souls intertwined and became mirrors of each other's hidden depths. With the rising dawn, Rook gently kissed Scarlet's forehead, his touch leaving a mark upon her soul. Scarlet, he whispered, embrace the shadows within you, for they hold the keys to your liberation. The mystery lies not only in others, but in yourself as well. Chapter 5. As Scarlet White continued her odyssey through the enchanted forest, she felt a sense of longing and anticipation deep within her being. The path led her to a clearing where Magnus, the embodiment of strength and protection, awaited her. His muscular frame and resolute gaze exuded an aura of unwavering power. In the presence of Magnus, Scarlet felt a surge of both comfort and attraction. She yearned for the stability and security he represented, a strong pillar amidst the chaos of her journey. With each step towards him, she set layers of vulnerability, ready to bask in the strength he had to offer. Magnus greeted her with a warm smile, his touch gentle yet imbued with quiet strength. He led her to a serene lake where the water shimmered under the moonlight, mirroring the intensity of their connection. In the embrace of Magnus, Scarlet experienced a profound sense of safety. His touch was both tender and commanding, stirring a fire within her that demanded to be set free. With each caress, she surrendered to the strength of their union, feeling her own power rise in harmony with his. As they explored their passions, Scarlet discovered the nature of vulnerability. Magnus, with his protective nature, held space for her to explore her own strength, reminding her that true power resided not only in physical, but also in the depths of her spirit. As the night sky gave way to the first lights of dawn, Scarlet found herself wrapped in in Magnus's embrace, their breathing synchronized and their hearts beating as one. With that whispered promise, he spoke to her, his voice a soothing balm to her spirit. Scarlet, within you burns a fire that cannot be extinguished. Embrace your strength, for it resides not only in my arms, but also within the depths of your being. Believe in your power, and you will conquer any obstacle that comes your way. As Scarlet White journeyed deeper into the enchanted forest, her heart resonated with the symphony of desires. The path led her to a tranquil meadow where Apollo, the minstrel of enchanting melodies, awaited her. With his lute in hand and a smile that radiated warmth, he beckoned her closer, his music already weaving its magic in the air. Drawn by the irresistible pull of the harmonies that surrounded him, Scarlet approached Apollo with a sense of anticipation. She had longed to explore the depths of her own passion, and in his presence she sensed the potential for melodic connection that would stir her soul. Apollo's fingers danced effortlessly across the strings, each note resounding like a secret whisper into the universe. As he strummed, Scarlet felt the vibrations of the music resonating within her, igniting a fire that swallowed every chord. Their eyes locked in an exchange of unspoken desire as Apollo's voice intertwined with the melodies he conjured. In that moment, Scarlet understood that their connection transcended mere physicality. It was a joining of souls, an exploration of the raw emotions that lay buried within them both. As the music swelled and pulsed through the meadows, Scarlet and Apollo moved in a dance as old as time, their bodies swaying to the rhythm of their shared desires. In each caress and embrace, they expressed a passion that went beyond words, a language that only music could convey. As the final notes of their shared song echoed in the air, Apollo gently cupped Scarlet's face, his eyes reflecting the intensity of their encounter. Scarlet, you possess a fire that burns brighter than any star in the sky. Embrace your passion, for it is the very essence of your being. Let it guide you to heights you never thought possible. As Scarlet White continued her journey through the enchanted forest, her heart brimming with the experience of desire, wisdom, mystery, strength, and passion, she sensed the allure of the final temptation. Beckoning her, the path led her to a secluded glen, where Evangeline, the embodiment of euphoria, awaited her, dressed in flowing garments that shimmered with the kaleidoscope of colors. Evangeline radiated an aura of pure joy. Her laughter filled the air, captivating Scarlet with its infectious energy. With a twinkle in her eyes, Evangeline extended a hand, inviting Scarlet to immerse herself in the euphoria that awaited. Scarlet hesitated for a moment, her mind filled with the memories of temptation she already encountered. She knew that surrendering to euphoria could be both intoxicating and unpredictable, but deep down she yearned to embrace the blissful abandon that Evangeline embodied. Taking a leap of faith, Scarlet grasped Evangeline's hand, feeling an immediate surge of euphoria course through her veins. They danced together, their laughter echoing through the glen, as if the very essence of joy had materialized around them. In Evangeline's presence, Scarlet discovered a liberation that transcended the physical realm. Together, they revealed in the simple pleasure of life a symphony of laughter, the caress of gentle breezes, the taste of ripe fruits. Scarlet let go of her inhibitions, surrendering to the ecstatic rhythm of the moment. As they strolled in a whirlwind of joy, Scarlet's heart overflowed with gratitude for the experience she had encountered on her journey. Each temptation had taught her a valuable lesson, leading her closer to the realization that happiness lay not in external circumstances, but within her own capacity to embrace the present moment. With tears of elation streaming down her face, Scarlet embraced Evangeline tightly, their energies merging in a euphoric crescendo. "Evangeline," she whispered, her voice filled with awe, "you have shown me that true happiness lies in embracing the beauty of here and now, and finding joy in the simplest of pleasures. Thank you for guiding me on this transformative journey." Evangeline smiled, her eyes shining with a wisdom beyond measure. "Scarlet, you have discovered the secret to eternal bliss, the power to find happiness within yourself. Embrace every moment, for life is a tapestry of experience waiting to be savored." Chapter 8. As Scarlet White emerged from the enchanted forest, her heart now a battlefield of emotions, she found herself standing at a crossroad between the men who had captured her heart throughout her journey. Blaze, Asher, Brook, Magnus, Apollo, and even the memory of Evangeline all vied for her affection, their presence lingering in her thoughts and dreams. Deep within her soul, Scarlet knew she couldn't keep these men in state of limbo. It was time to make a choice, to follow the whispers of her heart and determine the path her love would take. She invited each man to meet her at the tranquil clearing where her journey had begun. The anticipation hung heavy in the air as they arrived, their faces reflecting a mix of hope and uncertainty. Scarlet's heart beat with both trepidation and clarity as she spoke to them, expressing her gratitude for the profound impact they had on her life. She acknowledged the love and connection she had shared for each of them and the lessons they had taught her along the way. In a bittersweet moment, Scarlet confessed that she had to follow her heart's true desire, even if it meant leaving some hearts broken. She asked for their understanding and acceptance, regardless of her final decision. The tension in the air thickened as Scarlet's words settled upon the ears of the men who had grown to love her. Each of them, in their own way, expressed their unwavering affection and support, recognizing the depths of Scarlet's inner struggle. Finally, after moments that felt like an eternity, Scarlet summoned the courage to speak the name of the man who had won her heart, the one who captured her love, mind, and soul. With a trembling voice and eyes filled with sincerity, she whispered the chosen name, Asher. Asher's eyes widened with surprise, and a smile tugged at the corners of his lips. The relief and joy in his expression were palpable as he stepped forward, his heart singing with happiness. The other man, though undoubtedly heartbroken, showed remarkable grace and understanding. They embraced Scarlet, wishing her and Asher a lifetime of love and happiness. As the other men bid their farewell, Scarlet and Asher stood alone in the clearing, their eyes locked in a promise of everlasting love. As they embrace, a gentle breeze caresses their faces. The world seemed to hold its breath, as if honoring the sacredness of this moment. As the sun began to set, casting a warm glow upon the clearing, Scarlet and Azure sealed their promise with a tender kiss, a kiss that spoke of 1,000 I love yous. Scarlet and Azure held each other close, ready to face the unknown hand in hand. With their hearts full of love and eyes filled with unspoken promises, they stepped forward, embracing the destiny that awaited them. As our tale comes to a close, I hope that you find yourself captivated by the world of Scarlet White and the Seven Temptations. If you enjoy this journey, I invite you to show your support by liking this video, leaving a comment to share your thoughts, and subscribing to my channel for more enchanted stories like this. Good night and sweet dreams.